Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from Northamptonshire, and it's about an operation by the police to take down county lines drug gangs. The headline reads 221 years in prison for drug dealers, but at the same time you have to understand that 221 years between 72 convictions doesn't sound as good. In this story there is a massive lineup, 72 mugshots. There's at least 20 people in this lineup that look like they're drug addicts. So in actual fact, if they're selling drugs and being a drug addict, you're mainly just supplying your own habit. Northamptonshire Police have said they've taken down 18 county lines and 12 of them were local drug lines, and they've taken over 1.3 million, that's going to be street value exaggerated, drugs off the street. A large-scale operation, they said, has achieved 72 convictions with 221 years of combined jail time. In recent years, drug dealing across the country, they said, has become so well organised that typical methods of police investigation and surveillance have proven fruitless. In time, detectives have discovered that the underworld has become so clever at determining who is an undercover police officer that they vet people before they even sell them drugs anymore. This is mainly just due to the fact of the amount of undercover police operations they did. Let's not forget the police officers that openly talk about it after they come away from the career. A police officer called Neil Woods, who had a big operation in Birmingham, explains in detail on hundreds of podcasts the exact methods the police used to try to get gangs to sell them drugs. So of course, over time, gangs have then learned the methods that police use, so the police have to change their methods. And in this operation, they don't even reveal the methods they use, apart from saying it's a covert operation to infiltrate the county lines. They said in time they gained access to a secret criminal network that unearthed the true nature of drug dealing gangs and also child modern slavery. They said children as young as 14 were selling drugs for the gang, and this is actually a record-breaking case in the country for convictions relating to it. This has led to numerous warrants being executed simultaneously across London, Birmingham, Wolverhampton and Northamptonshire at the end of 2019. Multiple arrests and charges followed, and now the operation coming to a close with 18 county lines destroyed, 12 drug gangs destroyed apparently, but there's no proof that them gangs are destroyed. Absolutely no proof whatsoever. If anything, there's more evidence to support that they'll be replaced overnight by the competition. Detective Inspector Adam Pendlebury: we have always been clear as a police force that people at the top of the agenda are drug dealing gangs, and we want to target them. This operation has left no stone unturned from London to Northamptonshire in order to put these people behind bars. Drug dealers like Osman, Hussein, Bruno Borges and Levi Bernard truly think they are untouchable. They exploit vulnerable people like children and adults suffering with addictions and make them take all the risks. There is a lot of convictions. I'm going to leave a list of these on the website so you can read the article as well. So the drug lines they shut down were the Abra line, the Bobby line, the Andy County line, the D County line, the Fenton line, the Frank line, and the G&M line is from Birmingham, and Levi Bernard and Milcho Korosvosky, Daniel Jays, Amari Bernard Sewell, Andrew Petit, Nathan Bettles, William Bradshaw, Chelsea McIntyre have all been convicted for that drug line. The Jimmy County line was a London-based county line, and the Leo County line was also London-based. There's also a series of individual dealers as well. But if you look at the sentences for a lot of these people, a lot of them are suspended sentences. Other drug lines involved were the LJ County line, the Louise line, the Mad Az line, the Marlon County line, another Marlon County line, the OT line, the Rocks County line, the Sam County line, the Skippy County line, the T County line, the Tesco County line, and the X County line have all been convicted for these charges. There wasn't very specific with the charges that each person has got. On the police website in Northamptonshire, they only say how long people got, they don't say the charges. I checked a lot of the list to try to see who it was that got charged. It turns out only 2 people got charged in this whole operation, and it wasn't wasn't on the list from where Northamptonshire Police say that they got a conviction charge. None of the 72 people in this case, what they're on about is a conviction from earlier this year. Two brothers, Mika Thomas and Marley Ashby, were found guilty as part of a modern slavery operation linked to drug dealing over the course of 2 years. They are the only people in Northamptonshire to be convicted of it, but that isn't anyone that's on this list. So I can only assume that it's at least the same operation. Other people on that list that have also been in court before is Courtney Glassford, who when he was 20 years old was convicted for stabbing somebody. Awas Osman, 28 years old, has previously been convicted for county lines in Wales, and he ran one of these county lines. And another person on the list as well, Chelsea McIntyre. She had previously stolen thousands of pounds from residents in Desborough care home. She abused her position of trust and took more than £27,000 from victims over 5 years. She spent the money on luxury goods, and within months of being released on licence, she became involved in the Birmingham to Northampton drug line. She was involved with Levi Bernard and Levi Bernard. And strangely as well, another boy that was actually convicted that I covered a case on previously was Kyron Smythe, 22 years old. I covered a case back in Weymouth when he fired a converted handgun at a supermarket, and he was actually arrested for this in Northamptonshire as part of this operation. When they raided for the Northamptonshire county lines, they found the gun from the Weymouth shooting. So he was given 8 years for the firearm and 2 years for the drugs. But Northamptonshire Police have added his 8 years for the firearm, which is a totally separate offence to do something totally different. So it's very complicated how the police do word things, and you do have to look things up to find out the underlying causes. This headline to me would make you think that every single person in this case has been convicted of modern slavery, but not one person on this list was convicted of modern slavery. So I think it's very important to be very clear and also to not mislead people as well. So I really appreciate you joining me for this episode, and I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Please don't forget you can get the merchandise on the website. 40% of proceeds go to good causes every single month on the channel. And don't forget to follow me online at Scarcity Studios on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok. Peace.